Everybody, it's Charles Brandon from boxingfitnessfactory.com. Today I'm going to talk to you about 5 most common mistakes I see in beginners. First one to talk about is positioning, foot positioning. Now, if you're in a classic stance, you want to be able to, your rear foot is the one I always have issue with. If your rear foot, you want to be able to throw your cross, your power hand, and be able to land your punch somewhat in between your lead foot and your rear foot, okay? A lot of times I see people, they're in their position, they're so sideways that if they throw a cross, there's a lot of pressure on this leg, and that's why they end up like falling over, being on bounce. You gotta step out just a little bit. The key is keep the lead shoulder, have your hands up, but if I throw a cross, I'm in good position. Now, that brings me into another mistake. This is mistake number 2, is people like to turn their foot, but they turn on their toe and not the ball of their foot, okay? There's a difference between turning on the ball of my feet, where I'm in the ground, I'm stable, I'm balanced, and turning on my toe. Up here on my toe, there's a lack of stability, okay? So you want to make sure your legs are slightly bent. When you turn, you're on the ball of your feet. I'm planted firm here. You have to be on balance to punch in boxing. So the first mistake is the feet position to throw the cross. And then a lot of times, when you throw a cross, you lean, you're on the toe instead of on the ball of your foot. There is a difference. I mean, boxing is subtle, so it's the littlest thing can throw it off. Next thing that I see is beginner will fight with their chest straight up. They're like they're fencing or whatnot. You have to keep your chest slightly forward. I mean, you don't have to be crazy, but you want to be slightly forward. You want your shoulders a little bit over your hips. It's just like any athletic position. There's, I don't know, sports where you just straight up and down. I mean, it's lack of balance or whatnot. So just do it. But if you're having a problem with it, keep your chin tucked. It's very hard to have your chin tucked down and have your chest straight back. There's a natural with the body. If your chin is tucked, you keep your chest a little more forward. Same thing. A lot of people, when they throw the hook, they like to come up and then they straighten their chest out. So I tell people to keep their chin down when they're throwing the hook, and with the chin down, the chest stays forward, and it makes for a nice rotation, and you stay on balance. That's 3 right there. Foot positioning, turn on the ball of the foot, keep your chest slightly over your hips, okay? The 4th one I see seems like a basic one, but a lot of people don't. When you land with your palm down. A jab, palm down. Now the hook is something different because a lot of people want to throw it with their palm facing in. Some people want to throw the palm facing down. That's up to the fighter. Some people do both. Whatever situation calls for. I don't care about that. But on the straight punches, the cross, palm down, jab, palm down. A lot of people, doing karate. Last mistake I see, very common with people. They're stuck. Bring their hands back to the face. So they throw like a cross and they bring the hand back, but they didn't retract the shoulder, which is the key thing. So they're like just snapping and bringing their hand back, not going through the punch, and you retract the shoulder and the hand comes back. Through the punch, the shoulder and the hand comes back, and then right here, because you're in bad boxing position, you're not doing it properly. So once again, you throw the punch, throw it fully through, boom, retract the shoulder and the hand come back, boom. So a lot of punching. Your arms are gonna go. The arms are gonna do what they're gonna do. I've never seen anybody throw a punch and forget to throw an arm out. I've seen people throw punches and forget to turn their torso with the punches. I've seen that. So focus on turning your torso, retracting it back, and then you bring your hands back to your face. So audit your foot position, especially on a double jab. A lot of times on a double jab, a foot likes to creep back. Audit your foot position. Make sure your legs are bent when you turn. It's on the ball of your feet. Make sure you're in a good athletic stance. You can punch, you can defend, you can move laterally, you can move forward and backwards. Punch, screw it in, put your palm down. And then lastly, on the retraction, make sure it's not just an arm. Boom. That's not boxing. It's retracting. Everything is retraction. Boom, you go under a punch. I throw it across, I go under it, my shoulder retracts, and then I come back up with it. Subscribe to me at Boxing Fit Factory on YouTube. The website is boxingfitnessfactory.com.